An Ottawa filmmaker prepares to summit one of the world's most daunting mountains.
An Ottawa filmmaker has completed another trip to the top of the world.
This is where Ottawa filmmaker Elia Saikaly found his latest inspiration.
I'm an adventurer, I'm a filmmaker, I'm an inspirational speaker, but at the heart of it all, I'd like to think that I'm a storyteller. I was the kid that was lost, who had no sense of purpose, who really had no idea who he was. And I was heading down the wrong path in my life. And deep down, I knew that something had to change.
It was a journey originally conceived as an ascent of Mount Everest to the world's highest peak, but it turned into something else, something, if you're going to believe it, even more ambitious.
I was hungry for purpose, and when I was 25 years old, purpose fell right into my lap, and I met a man named Dr. Sean Egan. Sean wanted to become the oldest Canadian to summit Mount Everest. It took me about 20 seconds to realize that this could be that thing that I was searching for my entire life. I wanted to live a life of adventure filled with passion and purpose, and it was all because of Sean.
This would be the summit, if you wish, of my achievements, you know? When we start losing the meaning of life, we give up.
I wanted to support Sean. I wanted to help him tell his story. And of course, I could only do that to the bottom of Mount Everest, right? I barely slept in a tent. I certainly couldn't climb to the top of the mountain. We were all waiting for the phone call to find out when Sean had made it to the summit of Everest. I remember receiving the phone call, and I learned that Sean Egan died of heart failure. And he never made it to the summit of Everest. I made this film because I met a man who changed my life. When everything in life is telling you one thing and you have this screaming sensation and your heart is yelling, this is the path you need to take and this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. I've learned to listen to that voice, to that voice, to that voice.
And now an Ottawa filmmaker is going back, attempting the summit in memory of a friend.
I decided that I was gonna climb Everest in Sean's honor, ashes in hand, video camera in the other, and that I was gonna make a film as a tribute project to honor his life. Against all odds, that very first expedition, we made it to 28,500 feet above sea level, and we turned back just 500 feet shy of the top of the world because of the changing weather patterns.
It feels very surreal, turning back on a dream.
I began sharing this story with school children in primary schools. And the response was unbelievable because they didn't see this as a failure. They saw this as a celebration of life. And so that inspired me. And they were asking things like, how can we go to the top of the world alongside of you? Their questions were touching and overwhelming because I had no idea. It's not like I can bring these kids with me to the top of Everest, right? Or could I?
Hi, this is Elia from Mount Everest.
And so that gave birth to a new dream. I put together the Return to Everest expedition where we had 20,000 Canadian students in 130 schools across Eastern Ontario who were able to follow along every day from the safety of their classrooms virtually as we made our way to the top of the world. We shot, we cut, we broadcast. We were able to create connections with students in real time via video conferencing technology from as high as 26,000 feet on Mount Everest.
So it's about 5:15 in the morning and we're on our way to Camp 2.
Kids are following Elia, but they're also going to be traveling with him. And that's the magic of it all, is that he makes you feel like you're there and you're part of it.
We're on our way to the top of the world. If all goes well, we'll be standing on the summit in the next 12 hours. Thanks for following this journey, everybody.
It enables you as an educator to plan and develop your curriculum around this incredible experience and to have students that are entirely engaged for the whole period of the expedition.
It's your language arts, it's your character education, phys ed, media, you've got it all.
Students can read about Everest and the top of the world, but it isn't until they experience it through the eyes of an adventurer like myself that all of a sudden it's personalized and it takes on a whole new meaning filled with depth and a certain level of appreciation.
Not only can students follow adventures, they can also actively participate in philanthropy.
Help us. We need your help. Join us. Help us make a difference in the lives of children in Nepal.
I think that's very empowering for them to get to see, I did this and this is the result. And these children are benefiting because of what I did.
So guys, have a blast, get to know your Kenyan friends, and have an amazing day. Let's go!
When you can find ways of having them be connected to a universe that's outside of their little world, that's hugely valuable for them.
As a parent, I hope that they're learning compassion at home, but it's being put into practice when they're working together as a team to help people that they don't know.
And the skills that our students learned from that were incredible. Organization, teamwork, managing of money, tapping into community resources.
I feel like I'm contributing to those children across the land, across the seas, and I can really feel a connection towards them.
Our platform is developed for students, teachers, and adventurers. So as a student, you're able to choose your own adventure. You decide which expedition that you want to follow, and you have the ability to connect in real time with those adventurers from as high as the top of the world, for example. You're able to watch webisodic series. You're able to post your questions in which you will receive video responses. And there is 360 photographs, 360 video, and VR. And there are a myriad of ways that you can engage with the content in a deep, rich, meaningful way. We've created the infrastructure for teachers to connect together, to share ideas, to create lesson plans, and to guide their students through the content. As an adventurer, it's incredibly exciting because you have the opportunity to share your journey with our community in a very meaningful way. We're excited to launch in 2018 with a series of expeditions and stories that we've identified. The first is with a Grammy-nominated, award-winning hip-hop poet named Jay Ivey. And the purpose of the expedition is to bring 6 African-American high school students from Chicago on a journey to Africa to reach the second highest point on the continent. The second adventure that we're very excited to share with our community is that of 6 women who are living with the rare genetic disorder known as albinism in East Africa. These women have never camped in their lives, let alone climbed a mountain before, so we will get to know them, we will understand where they have come from, what their struggles are, and the adversity that they face in their lives. The third expedition that we're creating for our global community takes us back to where all of this began. Our new series of young adventurers will have the opportunity to journey to the very highest point on Earth. The Finding Life platform is the culmination of a lot of hard work. We have trialed these ideas, we have run expeditions, we've tested the technology as high as 29,000 feet on Mount Everest, and we have figured out how to create those very personal connections with young people, and we're now bringing it all together in one exciting learning environment. For the past 10 years, I feel as though I've been living this incredible journey, and I'm filled with nothing but gratitude. And this, in many ways, is my gift back to the world, to young people, of passing those lessons on and creating opportunities for them to discover their own talents, their own passions, so that they too can discover their journey of finding life.